welcome to a new tutorial of Made by Siem. Well, you already saw the pictures in the beginning of this video, and this is what we're going to make. I just bought the inside bag. I just bought that off the internet. You can use a rucksack like I did, but you can use any kinds of bag that you like. Shoulder bag, you know, if as long as it has a as it is flat. Okay. Then I use the Amigurumi Cotton. I'm going to tell you all about it into the upcoming tutorial. Please help me out. If you want to buy the same yarn, then go down to the description box of this video where I provide a link that will bring you straight to the website of the supplier, Ice Yarns. If you click that link and you buy off them, it would really help me out as well. So thank you for that. All I can say, enjoy watching the video. Do not forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel and give me a thumbs up. Enjoy. Well, for this tutorial I'm going to use a ruck bag. I think this is how you call them, gym bag. I bought this one online from a store in China. You probably have heard of it before. Yeah, so I bought that one. You can also use a shoulder bag as long as it is flat like this one is. Yeah, you can make your own bag, or you can make the pattern without a bag. So I'm going to use this. Then I decided to use this yarn for this bag. This is the Amigurumi Cotton by Ice Yarns, my favorite brand. It has 60% cotton and 40% acrylic. 50 grams, 160 meters per ball of yarn. They advise to knit this with a 3 millimeter knitting needles. This is a fine number 2 weight yarn. Beautiful yarn. I decided to use one of my favorite colors of this yarn, which is the jeans color, because I thought this would really pop, the white and the color, that would really pop. Yeah, so, I'm not sure how many balls I'm going to use, but I'm gonna tell you over here how many I use for the whole bag. Then a 3 millimeter crochet hook, a pair of scissors, then a darning needle for sewing in the ends of my yarn, and then I'm going to use either this color of thread or this color. I'm not quite sure though, because this will really match the yarn, but this one is more like that it matches the bag. And if you make really small stitches, you won't even notice in the yarn, but when you turn your bag inside out, you will see the yarn, the thread on the inside. So either you're going to see the blue or the white, and I think that the white won't be as noticeable as the blue. So I'm not sure though what I'm going to do. And then you also need a needle with a sharp point, otherwise you won't be able to go through the bag. You can pimp it later on if you like, with flowers, buttons, whatever you like. I'm also going to use, and I forgot to get myself one, is a, let me see, let's take a blue one, a stitch marker. Okay, well, let's start. This is my bag, so I can show you how many chains you need. Start off with a slip knot on your hook, just like that. Leave a little bit of a tail end so you can sew that in later on, or you can work over your tail end. Now, this pattern calls for a stitch count of 7. So whatever you do, be sure that you have a multiple of 7 stitches. Yarn over, pull through. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I have 2 times 7 now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 3. Is it big enough? No, it's not. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And so on until you have enough chain stitches. Okay, I made a chain of 63. Be sure that it is on this side, not all the way there, but over here, and on the other side the same, just like that. So whenever you stretch the yarn, it will reach on both sides the outside of the bag. Alright? And don't stretch it all the way, but just stretch it a little. Then, after I did the 63 stitches, which is a multiple of 7, add 2 chain stitches. Yarn over and start counting from your hook, and remember that the stitch on your hook never counts as a stitch. 1, or I should say the loop on your hook never counts as a stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4. Go to the 4th chain stitch. Did I do that correct? 1, 2, 3, 4. Insert your hook, grab your yarn, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Now get your stitch marker. Like that. Get your stitch marker and place your stitch marker in the last chain over here before your, this is your double crochet, and just the last chain stitch before that. Insert your stitch marker there. And now for the rest of the chain, you make double crochet stitches in each chain stitch until you reach the end of the row. Okay, all the way to my very last stitch. And now I'm going to measure it again. And if you lay it flat like that, you will see that it is actually a little too small. But when you stretch it, it is okay. Okay? I can stretch it even further, but I'm not going to. But when you stretch it, it'll be okay. So don't make it too big. Now, we're going to work on the other side of the chain. Therefore, we're going to make another double crochet into the very last stitch. And then be sure that you do not decrease, or sorry, that you increase. Do not increase. So this is the one you just worked in, and this is the one, where am I here? So this is the one you just worked in. You should be working in this one right now. So make a double crochet there, and I'm working over my yarn tail here. So then go to the next one, double crochet, yeah, next one is there, here, next one is there. So just find the chain stitches and work in there. On the whole chain till you are over here. When you're here, I'm going to show you what to do here. Alright? And this is the end of the row. Here you have another stitch. And this is the chain 3, and be sure that in the bottom of the chain 3 you make one extra stitch. So now you have 126 stitches. Get your stitch marker out, insert your hook in the third stitch here, yarn over and pull through on the loop on your hook, chain 3, and this counts as your very first double crochet stitch. Go to the next, double crochet in each of the next stitch you find in this row, all the way around here until you are here. Okay, and again, then you should have, counting the first chain 3, 126 double crochet stitches. 125, and the very last one, 126. Then go to the chain 3 here, at the beginning of your row, insert your hook and slip stitch, just like that. Then get your bag. I'm going to, there you go, so you can see it a little better. And try to fit your bag in here, and you will have to stretch your work just a little. So it should fit in here and here. See? And for me, it's perfectly fine. Chain 1, yarn over, and into the chain 3 of the previous row, 1 double crochet, one double crochet in the next, and 1 double crochet in the next stitch. And then I forgot to place my stitch marker back. So go back to the very first stitch of the very first double crochet stitch, I should say, and place your stitch marker back in that stitch. Now chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, skip 2, and in each of the next 5 double crochet stitches, 1 double crochet. 2, 3, 4, 5. Chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Skip 2 and 5 double crochet stitches. 2, 3, 4, 5. Chain 5. Skip 2 and 5 double crochet stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And this is the repetition of this round. 1, 2, and this is not a stitch. This belongs to this stitch here. So at the beginning of this round I did already 3, so I'm going to slip stitch in the top of the very first double crochet, just like that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 double crochet right there. Chain 1. Now go a little back, so yarn over, and instead of working into this space, because we are going to work between the stitches, you're going back right there. You have a space right here and here, right? Now go in here and make a double crochet stitch. And place your stitch marker back into the top of the double crochet. Now go between the next 2 stitches right here, make a double crochet, and a double crochet between the 4th and 5th double crochet of the previous row. Chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Skip the chain stitches and go to the next 5 double crochet stitches of the previous row, previous round, and work between the stitches. 1 double crochet, 2, 3, and 4. Chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and work between the stitches here. So in the previous row we had in the previous round, I keep on saying row. In the previous round we had 5 double crochets, and in this one we have 4 double crochets. Chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 4 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we're not working into the stitch, but we're working between the stitches all the way around till you are here at the very beginning of our round. Chain 5, double crochet between the first and the second double crochet. I already made a double crochet at the very beginning of this round between the next 2 stitches, so I'm taking the stitch marker out and I'm slip stitching in the top of the double crochet. There you go. Now chain, no, not a chain 1. Now, slip stitch between the next 2 stitches. There you go. Chain 1 and a double crochet. Stitch marker back into the top of the double crochet stitch. Double crochet between the next 2 stitches. So now you have 2 double crochet stitches. Chain 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Skip the chain stitches and work between the double crochet stitches of the previous round. 1, 2, 3. So instead of 4 double crochet, we're crocheting 3 double crochet between the stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 3 double crochets. And this is the pattern for this round. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then in between these 2 stitches here, 1 double crochet, then take out your stitch marker and slip stitch chain 1, then go back to the stitch before that, so the space in between these stitches here, there, and make a double crochet stitch, place your stitch marker back, a double crochet between the next 2 stitches, then you have 2 double crochets, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 2 double crochet just in between the stitches, chain 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, double crochet and double crochet, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, and 2 double crochets. And this is what you do until you are all the way around back to the stitch marker over here. Chain 7, take out your stitch marker and slip stitch in top of the double crochet, just like that. Slip stitch into the space here, chain 1, and instead of a double crochet, we're crocheting a single crochet into that space. Chain 3, place your stitch marker back into the single crochet, yarn over twice. We're going to make a triple crochet around these chains. So yarn over twice, insert your hook underneath your first chain of 5 chains, underneath there into that space. Pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over and pull through 2. Chain 2, yarn over twice, go back into that space and make another triple crochet. Just like that. And if you think it's not quite in the middle, then just move the stitches a little aside and then it looks like that. Look how beautiful that is. Now chain 3, 1, 2, 3. Here are the 2 double crochet of the previous row. single crochet between them, chain 3, yarn over twice, go into this space here, so you have all the chains here, then into that space here, and pull up a loop and finish your triple crochet. Chain 2, yarn over twice, and another triple crochet. 1, 2, 3. Here are the 2 double crochet stitches, single crochet, see? And this is what it looks like. Chain 3, yarn over twice, go into this space here, pull up a loop, and finish your triple crochet. Chain 2, yarn over twice, insert your hook here, and finish your triple crochet. Chain 3, and a single crochet between the 2 double crochets. And this is what you do until you are back at the stitch marker point. Chain 3, and slip stitch into the single crochet, just like that. Now this is what your work looks like. What you can do now is get your bag. If you're using a bag, get the, let me zoom out. There you go. What you can do is measure this with your bag. Be sure that this is not too wide. See? Mine is a little stretchy over here, as it is supposed to be. Okay, look. So this looks beautiful to me. As of the next row, you start to repeat the rows. So into this space here, you make your 5 double crochet stitches, then a chain 5, and another 5 double crochet stitches here. Okay, and then everything is basically the same. Next row is 4 double crochet stitches with chain 5 in between. The next row 3 double crochet stitches, just like we did before. Then 6 chains in between. Everything is basically the same. I'm going to show you one more time how we do it over here in this row 45 double crochet stitches, and then I'm going to let you know as of where you need to repeat the rows. So I'm going to tell you where you have to go back into the video. Okay? Let me see. Okay. I'm going to slip stitch over the chain space, over the chains here. So slip stitch into every chain until you reach the chain space over here, just like that. Then chain 3, and 4 more double crochets into that same space. 2, 3, 4, and I need 5 in total. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Skip all this and go to this space here. And make another 5 double crochet stitches into that chain 2 space. 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 chains and 5 double crochet stitches right in there. Okay, I'm gonna place the time where to restart the video, where you have to rewind the video, how you say that, for doing the very next row. That is just right here. So if you cannot remember what we exactly did in the previous rows, then go to this point in the video, and I'm going to tell you how to do the rows. All right? I'm not sure how many pattern rows, this is called a pattern row, I'm going to do, but if you just keep on watching the video, then I'm going to tell you how many of these patterns I did for my back. Okay? Enjoy! Hi, no, I'm not ready yet, but I just wanted to show you something. I am at my 4th pattern for my back. So this was my 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. And I'm going to turn it around. This is what I have left of my 1st ball of yarn, my 1st skein. See? So you can do quite a lot with just one skein. And as you can see, my back is a little wider than this thing that I made around it, and that is what it is supposed to be, because this will stretch a little later on. Okay? Okay, see you later. Okay, I did 9 of these pattern rows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Then I put my back into, how do you call it, the sleeve that I did. Be sure that you stretch it a little, because when you don't stretch it like this, after a while it'll be too big, right? So now you see you have a little bit of space left right here. What I'm going to do right now is put some regular double crochet stitches around here for I think about 2 rows. All right, because I don't want it to be too big, and I want it to sew to my back just about here. Okay. Okay, to close my very last round, I made a slip stitch into the single crochet right there, right? When we started off the pattern, we went for multiples of 7. And that means that we will have to have the same amount of stitches. So we're going back to the multiples of 7. Right above the single crochet right here, just chain 1 and make a double crochet into that single crochet. Now get your stitch marker and place it in the top of your double crochet. Okay, then 2 double crochets into this space. 1, 2. 2 double crochets into the next chain space. 2 double crochets in the next. And then we have 7 double crochet in the pattern. 1 in the single crochet, 2 in here, 2 in here, and 2 in the next chain space. Next, 1 double crochet into the single crochet, 2 double crochet into the next chain space, 2 double crochet in the next chain space, 2 double crochet in the next, and again 7 stitches. Okay, so 1 double crochet into the single crochet and 2 into the chain spaces. And this is what you do all the way around until you are back at the point where your stitch marker is. Okay. And 2 a double crochet into the next space. Get your stitch marker out of there and make a slip stitch on top of the first double crochet of the beginning of this round. And then this is what it looks like. See? Okay, I'm going to put the bag back in here and see how much I still need to do, or if I'm ready to go and sew it onto the bag. Okay? Okay, when I stretch it to the top, it reaches the top. But I'm not quite sure what to do. Let me see. So, am I either going to do another row of double crochet stitches or a row of single crochets? Yeah, I think it's going to be a change of plans, and I'm going to do a row of single crochet. Alright, chain 1 and into the very same stitch a single crochet and a single crochet in the next, single crochet in the next, and this is what we do all the way around. Just make single crochet stitches. Just like that. What you can do is put your stitch marker back into the very first one, so you know where to stop. And that was my last single crochet stitch, taking the stitch marker out. slip stitch into the first, pull up a big loop, because we're trying again if it fits around the back. Beautiful. I'm so in love with the stitch pattern. Look, when I stretch it, it fits. So I'm going to pin it down to the back, and then I'm going to sew it through the single crochet stitches to the back. And for doing that, I'm going to use the white color, because that is the one that you won't see very good on the inside, right? But first of all, you saw that there is a bag handle. I don't know how you call them with the rucksack. So I'm going to take the knot out of there. Then there is a hole right here. There you go. And on the other side as well. So I'm weaving that through there. So this is on the outside and not on the inside. Right? Okay, as you can see, I pinned it all the way down. And now I'm going to sew everything to the back. So taking some of this thread, okay, I just attached the yarn or the thread, and then I'm going to sew it through the stitches from the back of the bag to between the stitches or through the stitches. I'm going one stitch back, one stitch forward, back, forward. And this is what I'm going to do all the way around. See, mine is done and it fits perfectly. I'm absolutely well pleased with the outcome. Look how beautiful the stitches are. I absolutely love it. I really did enjoy making this beautiful bag. Now, once again, if you don't have a rucksack like this one, you can use any kind of bag that you like. If you want to make it a sort of a market bag, then just make your own handles, just like you prefer to do so. And I think you have quite a unique bag. Now I just used 2.5 balls of the Amigurumi Cotton yarn. So I used 160 meters times 2.5. I have only 27 grams left of the 50 gram third ball of yarn. Okay. So it's quite an economic pattern for this size of bag. I love it. I love it. I love it. So if you want to use the same yarn, the Amigurumi Cotton of your ice yarns, then please go down to the description box of this video. I highly recommend to use this yarn. They have beautiful colors. It's great for projects like these. It's great for clothing. Yeah, it's my very new, absolutely favorite yarn of ice yarns. If you want to buy the same yarn, go down to the description box of this video where I put a link. It will bring you straight to the website of the supplier Ice Yarns. If you use my link, you really help me out, so I would really appreciate if you did that. That's about it. I really hope that you did enjoy watching this video. Please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to my YouTube channel for a lot more upcoming tutorials in the next few weeks, months, years. As I really like to do them in English too, so I know I struggle a lot, but I still enjoy doing it, and I hope you also love my English tutorials. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. If you're going to make it, please enjoy. Bye for now.